Thank you, Akira Toriyama, for everything. Those of you who play Overwatch know Ilari. She's the high-flying, pylon-placing, sun-praising, high DPS support character we all wish we could be. You might be wondering, what does she have to do with Dragon Ball? I'ma tell ya. Just a starting side note, anything that I may leave out about Ilari's details can all be found on the Blizzard website for all of the Overwatch characters' details. If I leave anything out at all, please go check it out there. I'll even link it in the video. Ilari, ironically, much like Goku, trained from a very young age to be a warrior. In his case, he was just a kung fu martial artist, but more similarities there than we realize. This isn't about what makes her like Goku, though. This is about what makes her a Super Saiyan. That's right, this is a Super Saiyan theory. Ilari's people are a strong, empathetic warrior tribe who were destroyed by the absorbed and unleashed powers of one person, herself. In Ilari's case, her people were eradicated by a mishap in tradition instead of by a race-staffed space emperor like the Saiyans were, but I mean, that's still a pretty close similarity, ironically enough. These previously mentioned powers, though gained through solar energy, turn dark-colored black hair to a flowing golden yellow state, and also, when the energy is dispersed that has been absorbed, that color fades away. Starting to sound familiar yet? Right now, some of you are probably already looking at your screens, thinking about clicking off, or just going, so what? Whoop-de-doo, her hair changes color just like the Saiyans do. We've seen that reference many times before. I know it's kind of a trope throughout so many medias now, but hear me out. I have more proof than just color-changing hair to prove that Ilari is a Super Saiyan. In Dragon Ball, Ki is defined by an inner life force, or your latent fighter power, that you can pull out to solidify your strength and prove your power. By drawing it out in physical form, you can use your Ki to do things like Ki blasts or to recover the energies of others who are injured. Vastly useful in so many ways, Ki is almost seemingly the best superpower you can have across most of media. In Overwatch 2 gameplay, Ilari's technology is all run off of the same solar energy that she absorbs in order to utilize her special powers herself. Her rifle, her pylon, her ultimate ability, I think I already listed that. How the hell does this even relate to Dragon Ball? You're probably wondering, how does this relate to making her a Super Saiyan? What are you on about, Nova? What are you even talking about, dude? Is probably what you're wondering. I'ma tell you. Hold on a second. Stop asking so many goddamn questions. In my research that I've done on Dragon Ball and Overwatch, I noticed that in Dragon Ball, there's the ability to charge a weapon with Ki. It's rarely been done. There aren't many notable cases, not many, but there were two that I could find in research that I wanted to list off. One of them being, I might be mispronouncing his name, Marus the Angel stopped a bullet fired by Satan in midair with his ray gun. As they are classified in Dragon Ball, they are ray guns and firearms like actual handguns and stuff. The ray gun stopped the bullet in the air. It's debated by the community whether or not that was because he used his Ki to stop the bullet, or whether it was it's not about whether or not he stopped the Ki with the bullet. The Ki is definitely involved. It's whether or not it's because he has angelic Ki, but that's a discussion for another time. I started rambling and I almost forgot about my second point. Apparently, there is a point during one of the arcs, I think it's the Zamasu arc, where he's taken over the world as Goku Black and he's been destroying everything. Future Bulma invents a sniper rifle and shotgun for future May that replaced the ammunition, standard ammunition, bullets, replaced bullets with key blasts. Lord knows how she managed to pull that off, but it's something that helps prove my point for Overwatch and Dragon Ball being able to cross over. Ilari definitely charges her gun with that absorbed solar energy, just like Ki, and puts it into her gun, fires it more concentrated, right? I'm definitely onto something here. You can't say I'm not. I get shit on by this bot right here. Watch this. I get fucked. My aim trash. Now, moving on to the pylons getting away from her rifle. The pylons are definitely provable as well, because there are many times throughout the franchise where people, animals, anybody has needed to be healed, they can get healed. There's also been a lot of times where that's been ignored, but I can list off the time that Majin Buu healed that puppy that had been shot with a gun. It was dying and he brought it back from death with a heal. There was the time that Vegeta was healed from death by Dende after having a massive hole put in his chest. I personally think these are all great examples to prove that the pylons could operate in another universe like Dragon Ball. I'm going to be completely honest, when it comes to her ability Outburst, I struggled to find anything to relate to a Dragon Ball ability besides back when Dragon Ball first introduced Vegeta to Goku and they sparred for the first time and they dashed at each other from across that barren wasteland. That dash that they do when they're not even powered up yet, when they're still in base form, is probably the closest thing that I could make an exception or excuse for in Ilari's Outburst ability. But other than that, not that relative, and it kind of blows, but that's okay. I don't really need to say much about Ilari's ultimate ability for those at least who have played Overwatch. Now, for those who haven't though, when she does this, she yells just like we all love about Dragon Ball characters when they go to power up, that "Ah!" We all love watching them do that. But she does something similar, except with her, instead of just screaming in rage, she yells, "Praise the sunrise," or "Fear the sunrise," something like that. I believe it's "Praise the sunrise." And when she does so, she absorbs all that energy like Ki, being, well, Ki comes out from the inside, but she brings all that power in, charges herself up, and her hair changes color. She gains the ability to fly, and she charges up one big orb of solar radiation energy that she then, I believe, either throws or puts into her gun and maxes out her overall power with. And then it's got a bunch of side abilities because it's Overwatch. But that, if you were to reanimate it and put it into Dragon Ball, take the gun away possibly even, would fit perfectly into a Super Saiyan. Like, almost like a what if kind of character. But all I can say is I'm not calling Blizzard copycats by any means, but I know an inspired character when I see one. Thank you for watching my theory. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys made it to the end, thank you so much. This was a lot of hard work for something that I had to throw together really quickly. I know I promised you guys no half-baked theories, so I hope you guys don't find this one raw. I'll see you guys next time for the next theory video. Thank you again so much. Peace out, cosmonauts. See you next time.